Vanessa, what do you remember about some of that first conversation that you and I had and why we bonded so much about our approaches to change leadership?
Yeah, for sure. Jogging my memory. I think, one of the very first things that I remember is that we connected on so often the change piece is always the last thing that's thought of, right? Or presented or resourced for.
Mhm.
And I think that, I've spent my career evangelizing what change and what change leadership is, both internally and externally. So it's just kind of part of my DNA at this point, but it felt great talking to someone who could relate so much to the fact that oftentimes it's the last thing that's thought of when we feel it should be one of the first, right? So being proactive about known risks resonates and sits with me and resonates and sits with leaders once you have time to do that, right? So I think that was one of the things that we definitely agreed on and, could relate to. I think the other one was approaching change leadership from a more end user perspective versus here's a bunch of tools and templates that we have. Let's go use them in the ways that we're supposed to or we've done before. When in
Mhm.
reality, when transformations are occurring, be little t or big T, and those are defined, how does that then impact the people? And I feel like that's something that I've more recently done is try and be known as the people person, right? When it comes to different transformations or outsourcing transitions, things that I've been recently a part of, is that it's really taking the people on a journey. And
Mhm.
that journey can be changed behaviors or learning different processes or whatever it might mean, but it's always anchored in a KPI or an SLA or, a business outcome that needs to be seen. And so when you flip it versus using these tools and templates, as I kind of see as an umbrella, when you flip it from the end user perspective and you're more proactively able to understand how people are wired per se, or how they innately move to things, that's when you're really able to facilitate the change and
Mhm.
actually help them on that journey.